On May 4th, Netflix will release a new BBC adaptation of a book widely considered to be one of the greatest works of modern literature. Perhaps it's only fitting, then, that this dystopian masterpiece has been adapted by arguably the most celebrated screenwriter currently working in television. Following his success with This Is England's trilogy of spin-off miniseries, as well as the definitive screen adaptation of Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials, Jack Thorne achieved new levels of acclaim last year with both Toxic Town and Adolescence, two of Netflix's best shows of 2025. Now, the streaming platform is releasing another of Thorne's small-screen creations, as Lord of the Flies gets its first-ever TV series. This seminal desert island story originated by novelist William Golding has served as a primary inspiration for the entire survival genre on both the big and the small screen, including ABC's six-season mystery box drama Lost. There are plenty of mystery shows that have purported to be the next Lost, but Jack Thorne's Lord of the Flies gets closer than any of them. In terms of its setting, themes, and visual style, this new series feels like a version of the one co-created by J.J. Abrams and Damon Lindelof 2 decades ago, in which the main characters are children. Netflix's Lord of the Flies is like a cross between Lost and Adolescence BBC/Stan. Of course, it's actually Lost that borrows its premise from the book on which Jack Thorne's latest Netflix show is based. Long before Lord of the Flies became a TV show starring new Draco Malfoy actor Lox Pratt, it was the subject of philosophical tomes, literary analysis, and multiple cinematic adaptations, including Peter Brook's masterful 1963 version. The Netflix series takes its lead from Brook's original screen rendering of William Golding's novel, but most modern audiences are more likely to connect it with Lost. What's more, its raw cinematography, precocious central characters, and the spontaneity of its dialogue are highly reminiscent of Adolescence. These features were all instrumental in winning Jack Thorne's last Netflix release the dozens of awards and countless plaudits it received from across the screen industry last year. Adolescence is already considered a modern classic, and Lord of the Flies has every chance of acquiring a similar status in the coming years. Initial reviews of the dystopian drama have been glowing, with some critics marking out the performances of its young actors for special praise, and others drawing direct thematic comparisons with Adolescence around the question of pubescent male rage. Nonetheless, there are perhaps even more thematic parallels to be drawn between Lord of the Flies and Lost. As the ABC drama's showrunners Damon Lindelof and Carlton Cuse have acknowledged themselves, despite their show's differences from William Golding's novel, there are fundamental similarities which are impossible to ignore. Lord of the Flies was a key inspiration for Lost BBC/Stan. Just watching the trailer for Lord of the Flies is enough to make you want to return to Lost once again. The new show's desert island covered in tropical jungle feels very familiar, as does the division of its stranded inhabitants into warring parties, and allusions to a mysterious monster hidden deep within the forest. Many years ago, Damon Lindelof and Carlton gave an interview in which they touched on the elements of Lord of the Flies they used as inspiration for Lost. An excerpt of this interview was later published by William Golding's official website in 2016. As this excerpt illustrates, the story of Lord of the Flies is a basic starting point for Lost. Yet, there's more to both works than what they share. As we'll soon see on Netflix, Jack Thorne's Lord of the Flies, in particular, is a singularly profound take on the archetypal desert island premise common to various stories throughout recorded history.